The heartbeat of African women's basketball. It's fast, fierce, and full of pride. It's the turn now of Egypt and South Sudan in the second one of our qualification to the quarterfinal games. Coming to you live here from Palais de Sport in Abidjan. When you have a look at what's already happened in today's competition, it was Mozambique just proving too strong for Guinea. They booked their place into the first place into the quarterfinals. Today we have three more games: Egypt, South Sudan, Senegal, Rwanda, and Cameroon and Angola will close out our amazing display of African women's basketball. When you have a look at what has already transpired, we have a Zone 5 rivalry that's playing out on the big stage for the first time. It's the Bright Starlets of Egypt and the Pharaoh Queens, and this is a rivalry that has seen some prominence take place. They've played each other 4 times in qualification. It's Egypt that's come away with the win 4 times. But to help me unpack this a little bit more, I have the insight of a 2-time gold medalist in the AfroBasket. Ife Ibekwe joins me. Ife, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here. This is the round for the qualifications for the quarterfinals. As we see South Sudan come out, they were pumped up during their warm-ups, dancing to the music. They are ready to play and represent their country here today.
There's going to be some interesting matchups on the floor because South Sudan, their point guard and their primary scorer is Delisha Washington. You know, alongside Adut Bolgak, they have a front-backcourt combination that has experience and is dynamic, and they will be able to and have showcased first of all their longevity on the floor. You know, they are able to play through long minutes, but also they are able to score. And on the other side for Egypt, they have a veteran front court and where they rely on quite a bit. Ranim El-Gadawi leads the Egyptian team with 18 points and 12 boards on 31 minutes played, alongside her front-court partner, Marel Abdelgawad, with 15 points and 2.5 rebounds. But that's where the game is going to be won and lost.
Egypt is a seasoned team in women's AfroBasket play. They have those veterans, but yet this is still a young team, very scrappy team that's going to look to get after it today.
Egypt ranked 37th in Africa. They've qualified for 14 of these AfroBaskets every edition since 2013. They are the oldest champions. First AfroBasket 1966 and 1968, but since then struggled a bit, and Coach Julian Martinez is trying to turn around all of that. But we'll get into more in-depth analysis once we get through the business of the national anthems.
L'hymne national de l'Égypte.
national anthem's done and the nerves will start to set in because today 8 will become 4. So for 4 teams here in Abidjan, their journey will come to an end. And for 4 teams here, they will progress to the quarterfinals. They have a short turnaround time and they'll have to do the battle all again tomorrow. But the first thing that has to be done is the competition right in front of us. And when you look at what has been happening, the coaching staff here as Coach Alberto Antuna is going to lean into some of his experience bank. And so Coach Julian Martinez, it's always a chess match when you have 2 masterful, skilled coaches at the helm.
I mean, these teams have seen each other 4 times, and Egypt has won every single time. So I know at this level, at this stage for South Sudan, they're going to compete from the first minute of the game to the last seconds of the game.
If we have a look at our refs, it's Aridiana Moreno out of Spain, Franta Torre from Mali, and Silva Humbeji from Benin in charge. And the officials have done a good job so far. There's a lot of pressure on them, and there will be a lot of pressure on them in this Road Zone 5 rivalry as we take a look at the starting 5. Delisha Washington, Adut Bulgak, Maria Kakdeng, Yarmir Du, and Yar Mayen. They get the start here for Coach Antuna. There's some power on the bench with Deng Makui Teni, who's been a little bit tentative, but expect a little bit more from her on the bench and Wall. But that's a powerful starting 5.
I mean, very, very physical team for this South Sudan.
And Coach Alberto Antuna, he has led Uganda in 2023 to the 7th place. He's trying to build the program here alongside Lual Deng, who's the Federation President, coach in Spain. And let's quickly go across now to Egypt's starting 5 as Aliyah Al-Shabrawi, Maral Abdelbogad, Farida Abdelnabi, the captain, Al-Gadawi inside, and Ibrahim spaces the floor a bit with her ability to shoot the ball. Khalifa Abulgate, the young stalwart front court player, will come in. And Coach Julian Martinez has built a rapport with his team, understands them well, and is confident about what they can do on the floor.
A young but veteran team for Egypt. They're going to be aggressive and they're going to be scrappy. For what South Sudan should do is make sure they know where the shooters are at all times. But then again, for them, just be confident. This is their first women's AfroBasket. Their energy is high, so I know this is going to be a great game.
We have to treat this as a once-over. I know that history favors the team from North Africa, but this is a different stage, different sets of pressures, and the best team on the day wins ultimately.
And the best team that wins for today is going to be the team that's going to represent their country to them.
Sag inside before anything, and keep an eye on the transition. She will be looking for your player. Okay, let's go, guys. Come on.
Okay, palm down, back.
So statistically speaking, Egypt, they've scored a little bit more points in the first 2 games, averaging 66 points per game. They rebound a little bit less. There's a +5 advantage for the South Sudanese, and an area that I think is going to be really crucial is going to be the rebounding part of the game. But they also share the ball a little bit more as Egypt tangible, a little bit more chemistry. Ranim Al-Gadawi inside the paint. You look at those numbers, they tell a story.
I mean, that's going to be a good matchup to see today. Her against Bulgat from South Sudan, as we see Delisha Washington averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists for South Sudan.
Yeah, Delisha Washington, MVP in the LNBP in the Mexico League, leading a team to a championship. They will lean in on some of that championship pedigree. There's just as much pedigree available to Egypt on the other side. Front court stalwart, Ranim Al-Gadawi. We've seen her in the first 2 games. That 18 points, she's averaged 14 points over her career in AfroBasket. This is her 7th AfroBasket, and that's just phenomenal work. It tells you about what kind of quality she has in the front court. It is Egypt. Al-Shabrawi, they get the first possession. They will have a look at what defense is throwing in front of them. First shot goes up. El Gadawi will miss that, and now a quick turnover on the other side for South Sudan.
We know Egypt as a team will light it up on that three-point line, so South Sudan needs to know where shooters are at all time.
Yeah, you don't want to get El Gadawi going. We've seen what has happened, and that was a big part of how Egypt were able to pick up their win in group play over Angola. El Gadawi present, but also they were able to knock down some shots from the perimeter. Abdul Gawad attacking inside.
And that's exactly what you're also going to see from her, attacking strong to the basket to get the rhythm and the start of something sparking in this first quarter.
She definitely was a spark, was Abdul Gawad increasing her efficiency in that win over Angola. 20 points she was able to amass on 8 of 14 shooting. Al-Shabrawi pressured. Now the shot from Ibrahim is clean.
What a shot from her. That's the way to get started for Egypt, to put some points on the board.
Clean shooting. Great way to start off. Ball is inside. Wow, strong take. And foul is called. The contact there from Gakdeng. Basket waved off.
We called this from the beginning of this tournament. It's going to be very physical on the defensive end for every game we see playing in this 2025 Women's AfroBasket.
Yeah, there is a high level of physicality. It looks like there's a lot of pain there for El Gadawi, and that will definitely be a very big cause for concern for Coach Julian Martinez. That is his marquee post player. She's a high usage player, sees a lot of the ball, and this might be a forced substitution now, as she'll probably receive some attention.
Yeah, we hope that she's okay. You never want to get the wind knocked out of you, especially right in the first minutes of the game. You see right here that elbow got her on the side, but she's up, walking to the bench, so she's fine.
Taking a minute to collect herself. She'll walk off, will receive some attention. I do think and hope we will see her back on the floor. Well, Ibrahim Abdel Nabi, captain. A kick to the corner. Quick fire shot. Abdul Gawad shot. It looked like a partial block into the hands of Washington now for South Sudan. Haven't gotten into their flow. Still early going. High ball pressure. Washington crossing at the top of the key. Washington on the kick out. Wide open three. Wow. Rebound is picked up by Bukak. Not falling in. Gakdeng is there battling for the boards. Scramble on the ground. You
did say rebound was going to be a key factor of this game on both ends of the floor. And you see Bukak just, even though she didn't make it, she just dives in and gets that rebound. She had 16 points and 10 rebounds in her last game. So definitely looking for a double-double for Adou Bukak.
That's the kind of production that they need from her. 5-second call as the pass doesn't come timelessly. Credit Egyptian pressure defense.
Wow, that was good pressure defense from Egypt, and that's what they need to bring each second of each game to continue the lead.
So the only three here for Farida Abdel Nabi. I called Ibrahim a little bit earlier, but there's another three-point shot. That's their third attempt now, and it seems to be that's the strategy in place for now.
I mean, South Sudan is long and lean. They have their toes on the three-point line, so they're forcing Egypt to shoot their shot, but with contest.
So far, it gets honest even in terms of strategy playing out on the floor. Washington to Bugak. Corner. Work. Gakdeng turns. Second opportunity to go to work. Can't find a touch.
I mean, that was a good move, but sometimes you just have to connect.
Ibrahim Al-Shabrawi. Same spot. She hit one earlier. Second one falls in. And it looks like she's in rhythm from the outside. Abdel Nabi. 2 quick connections from the three-point line. 6 Egyptian points to their captain. Ball is stolen, now ahead they go. Abdel Gawad draws the foul. This is a great start here by Egypt.
I mean, yeah, she was up and defending, and she got the steal and then converted as she hustles down to lay the ball up, and then she gets fouled.
Beautiful high arcing 3 that drops in. Lots of joy on the Egyptian bench.
This is a great way for Egypt to start their game and just to be aggressive on both ends of the floor, where they're attacking the basket, they're playing defense, they're facilitating the ball to the open woman, and it's just really good basketball that you're seeing from Egypt.
They've already drawn 3 fouls from South Sudan. Gakdeng, Bulgak, and Diu all on that fouling board. And now the lead up to 7 as she splits the pair. Washington is pressured. Ball is thrown into the path of Abdel Nabi. Now the ball handed back. Quick series of turnovers. Washington spills. Must be some moisture on the floor there. It goes down hard.
This is not the start that South Sudan wants, but again, it's a long game today, so they will have time to get in their rhythm, but who's going to start that? We talked about that in previous games. Delisha Washington had 14 points her last game. In her first game, she had 18 as her debut here in women's AfroBasket. So she's just trying to get something going, but sometimes you just need to settle down your team and get into your rhythm.
Well, she'll be trying to tap into that AfroBasket qualifier numbers where she was around about 19. And, you know, 16 points per game is what her average is. She's able to do that quite comfortably with the amount of time she spends on the floor. She's only been off the floor for 30 seconds in this tournament.
I mean, wow, that means she knows what she has to bring in every single possession because she's needed for the South Sudan team.
Definitely needed. Diu. She has a size mismatch here. Diu attacking. Right by and drops it right in.
I mean, that was just a good take, realizing that she had the mismatch from the front court and took it all the way.
Read and react at the best of them as Diu picks up the first 2 points. Abdel Gawad. Ibrahim. Bulgak in front of her. Egypt looking. Musa's shot is hooked up and hooked in. Egypt, the Egyptian offense is in sync. Bulgak connects.
You'll see that a lot from Adu Bulgak. She is one of the top veteran players for her team. She's gonna shoot, she's gonna drive. She's going to do it all as she had a double-double in her last game.
She hit 4 threes against Cameroon. Now a shot from Ibrahim. See the length of the rebound was there. And, well, body language says a lot. Farida Abdel Nabi, she is so fired up and so locked in and secures the possession. Drive now. This time, Al-Sharawi. They get it right back to Ibrahim. It's the 3rd chance opportunity. This time, the rebound is well controlled. Gakdeng skying, securing. Deng to Washington. South Sudan trying to find it. There's a wide open shooter in the corner. And the shot from Diu, but from Deng doesn't go. Now a drive. Abdel Gawad. Well met. But the foul is called on the defense, and South Sudan will pick up their 5th team foul now as Diu is drawn into the contact.
No fears in her eyes as she goes up strong against the South Sudan and gets the foul in the contact as she heads to the free throw line.
Coach Antuna is very, very active on the court side. One of the most animated coaches we've seen. 5 minutes left in this first quarter, and we've already got 5 team fouls for South Sudan.
Yeah, Egypt should take opportunity of that and continue to attack the basket, since they will be rewarded every single time for the next 5 minutes if they get fouled.
Offensive foul call. See, 2 offensive fouls called quite quickly here. It won't be a shot. And you see the action on the right hand of the screen at the top. where the infringement happened. One-2-2 zone seems to be where South Sudan are right now.
Yeah, they probably got into that 1-2-2 zone because they are in foul trouble. They're playing aggressive as they know to play in this game, but the refs are not having it today as they're calling fouls. So this is a game that they need to be mentally aware of that.
Yeah, gotta adapt on the floor. Ibrahim drops in another three. Superb shooting so far from the Egyptians. Ball is picked off. Well, fire roll, Abdel Gawad. Washington trying to pick up the miss there.
Yeah, Egypt's defense has really let up and put the pressure every single time South Sudan is taking out that ball. They are up and at him. And then you see right here at the three-point line, taking her time and knocking down that shot.
That's a fifth three in the tournament so far. Ibrahim has definitely showcased real proficiency and efficiency from the line.
Yeah, she's one of the three-point scorers for Egypt.
Bugak, nice pass. Gakdeng is wide open.
And that's exactly what you want to do when you want to break a press that you're receiving. And that was a good take and a good facilitation from Washington.
That's 2 easy points for Gakdeng. She gets on the board. We are well and truly into this one. Al-Shabrawi. Shot is missed. Washington skies right in. Ahead to Deng. An unforced error right now. And unfortunately for South Sudan, it's been too many unforced errors in the first 6 minutes.
But that's credit to Egypt's defense rattling the offense of South Sudan in every single possession in this first quarter. And that is why the score is 14-7.
A breather on the floor for Hala Al-Sharawi from Alexandria Sporting Club. First real substitution. Oh. Abdel Nabi back on the floor. Here's Al-Gadawi, who's recovered from that earlier contusion. Now Shabrawi. Caught in some trouble, and that's a good defensive possession there for South Sudan.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need, some type of defensive energy, because defense creates offense, so that was a good defense possession from South Sudan.
Bright Starlets, they are under some pressure here. The Pharaoh Queens putting on all the pressure. Almost loses possession into the hands of Bugak. Passes to Dio in the corner. Long rebound. Al-Gadawi speeds ahead of everyone. Right hand layup is good.
She looks fine for our view from here as she gets that steal and goes straight to the basket.
Well, that's one way to prove that she's recovered from her injury. Raneem Al-Gadawi, she picks up the 2 points and forces her first timeout. It's Egypt 16. South Sudan 7, and we'll have a timeout call here on the floor.
Turnover, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. 9-point games. 8 turnovers in 7 minutes. 8! But not like forced turnover, dropping. No. Sideline. Every time we did this, it's a basket. Every time. Are you wide open? Take it. But if we take it, guys, we need to rebound. We need to rebound. If I'm not going to a rebound, I'm taking care of the safety. Equal the physicality and go to the basket. Vamos. Press break and short with Maria.
Been some red-hot shooting here from the Pharaoh Queens that have helped elevate the lead 16 points to 7. South Sudan been pressured under the press, and I'm sure we'll see some adjustments here. Players start to adapt to the environment on the floor.
Yeah, that's what you need to do when you come out of a timeout. You need to execute and know the rhythm of the pace this game, and South Sudan just needs to settle down against the Egyptian defense.
Ibrahim has 5. It's Abdel Nabi leads the way with 6 for Egypt. Washington, super work. Washington gets the bucket. That is just great work. Washington super fast up the floor and showcasing strength as well to get that finish.
That's what she does. She went straight up very, very strong against the Egyptian defense to create that foul. And this is the first free throw that South Sudan will shoot in this game.
Clemson Tigers, Florida Gators, that is where she played in the NCAA. It was time in Italy and Spain, and as I told you, she was the MVP in the Mexican League. And there she goes, getting her first 3 points on the board. Al-Gadawi, Bulgak, that's a matchup to keep an eye on. Bulgak this time wins the battle. Foul.
Yeah, you like this flow that South Sudan is playing since that timeout, and it all started with Washington being aggressive and starting some movement for South Sudan.
They have 2 experienced players that they lean on. Washington scoops that. Just great awareness, falling to ground to secure the possession. Bulgak. Gakdeng goes left hand this time. Well, great defense, forced the miss. In the open floor, Abdel Nabi, no, off the rim. Couple of good attacks, just finishing lacking on both sides. Alicia Washington might like the matchup. Washington steps into a shot, and it rattles out.
Oh, there was many mismatches in that sequence for South Sudan. She wasn't able to see that.
Drops one in. Great work. Strong play from Morel. Abdel Gawad. And the scream after tells you how much that means. 5 Abdel Gawad points. Just able to hold her balance and get the finish.
Yeah, she's very good with that. As she attacks the basket, she can do it on both hands, and she's able to get to the free throw line. Fourth
AfroBasket for Abdel Gawad. Western Kentucky University alum. Part of Al-Ahly Sporting Club. Ball spills out. Free throws favoring Egypt right now. They're getting to the line with a little bit more frequency. Gawad misses, and the chance here for South Sudan to just try to create some comfort. The lead is starting to get away from them. Inside it goes. Bulgak, strong take. On the ground is the core.
I mean, that was just a good move, but her foot stepped on the line as she was attacking the basket.
Have to credit Egyptian defense for being able to disrupt the South Sudan flow. They haven't looked like they've been able to get in any sort of rhythm just yet. Abdel Nabi, beautiful layup, just perfect timing and finishing. They get it right back. Can go for 4 quick points. And there is Al-Gadawi.
And I think those easy penetrations to the basket has to do because South Sudan is in foul trouble. They're not going to be pressuring, but you see here the offensive rebound from Al-Gadawi, and as she goes to the free throw line.
She's definitely had a presence, has Al-Gadawi. And since she's been back on the floor, you just feel more confidence from her teammates, and they play with a little bit more surety as she makes both those free throws.
South Sudan just has to settle down. There's no rush, but that's exactly what the Egyptian defense is doing, making them play out of their rhythm, out of their space. So credit to Egypt, but South Sudan offensively needs to be strong, jump to the ball, be aggressive, but not too aggressive where you get another foul, but just enough to make something happen on the offensive end.
We'll see if they are able to try and get that right. Washington gets by. Washington, open floor, misses the layup entirely. Now on the counter-attack. Egypt, extra pass, there's a wide open shot. That one spills off the rim, and there, more hustle play. Winning all of the 50-50 balls right now is Abdel Gawad, drops one in.
They understood the assignment was to attack the gaps and attack the basket, especially because South Sudan is in foul trouble. You see here the steal, the pass, and then attack to the basket to get that.
Yeah, Al Gadawi is the scorer on that one, and you see Captain Abdel Nabi is just so elated. Every reason to be. They've played a superb first quarter, and still a minute left to go in this one. Now some pressure. Lamy has come in, and Lamy caught in some trouble. This press is proving very successful here for Coach Martinez.
Yeah, you could see that was one of the keys to the game, was to put pressure on South Sudan and disrupt them while they're trying to get the ball up the floor. And they have done an amazing job of this Egyptian team this first quarter.
Walker. There is the shot that falls. Al Gadawi is feeling it right now. They need to get her the ball.
Yeah, she has eight points now. 3 from 5, 60% in this first quarter.
The lead up to 16. Foul is called. Just pressure there on Washington. Only the third Egyptian team foul. Gadawi, first foul.
3 fouls for Egypt, but 10 fouls for South Sudan, and that can actually be the determining factor of how aggressive they're going to be for this first half.
Happy to run the full for this press for the entirety of the first quarter. Now just a delay, clock delay. So timeout there from the referee. It's going to be South Sudan basketball. Bulgak hasn't seen too much of the ball in this first quarter. Spinning to the ground, trying to draw the foul. Bakr.
One of the good defensive strategies right now Egypt is doing, they are doing a man defense, but they are 3-player switching. So any player rolling to the basket is just going to be there for El Gadawi, as she does not have to go to that 3-point line to guard on the perimeter.
Levy misses. There is Gabriel who's come in. They're trying to speed ahead of this press as they go a little bit younger on the court. And Shabrawi's shot. Gabriel, superb work to pick up the rebound. Washington is not going to get a chance to put a point on the board because they've been held there at 10 for a while. At the end of the first quarter, it's Egypt 26, South Sudan 10, and the Pharaoh Queens, they are in control. Interesting first quarter when you look at the way that the press has been so effective here for Egypt. And at some point, the players on the floor have got to adapt to the pressure that's been thrown towards them. And we have a look quickly at what statistically has happened.
Statistically, they've been shooting so well, 46% from the 2-point, 30% from the 3, Egypt, and got to the line 8 times against just South Sudan's line.
Only 9 shots for South Sudan in their first quarter. They weren't really able to get into their flow. They were well disrupted on the defensive end. Let's have a look at the best plays in the first quarter. And it all started there with the captain, Abdel Nabi, from the outside.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of plays from Egypt as they are attacking the basket, spotting up from their open 3-point shot, and playing the way that they came to play in this tournament.
They shoot the ball well from the perimeter. They have 2 front court players that are just able to finish on the inside, and they've been able to keep the ball out of the hands of Bulgak for the largest part. Deal here, a rare good play for South Sudan when they get into the half court, and that was a great drive, taking advantage of the mismatch.
there. Again, just going up strong and being aggressive on the offensive glass.
Ella Al-Sharawi, Bogak, when she gets into her flow, it's
you really
magnificent to watch.
You can't really stop her, but because she already has 2 fouls is the reason why she's probably playing timid. But again, El Dagawe was just going off and doing what she does best for Egypt and getting some points on the board.
Download the app, Courtside 1891. You can scan the QR code, stay ahead of the action, join the FIBA family, and keep in touch with AfroBasket 2025, the queens of the court, where they lead with legacy. Adjustments have been spoken about. Let's see if they are made on the floor. It's been a great first quarter. Al-Shabrawi, Abdul-Gawad, Barker, Al-Gadawi, and Al-Sharawi on the floor for Coach Martinez. Kicked across. No loop pass, and they're continuing to serve the ball inside to Raneem Al-Gadawi, and she continues to provide scoring. Third foul now. It's Bogak gonna have to head to the bench.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for South Sudan, especially in the second quarter, trying to do something on this offensive end, but Bogak has to go to the bench with 3 fouls.
Bogak, the first player from South Sudan to be drafted into the WNBA. And talismanic, and you understand why that's such a big loss. Al-Gadawi has been sublime. Missed both free throws, though. Washington looking to try and get something going here. The start of the second quarter. Mayen fires over a quick 3. Washington chases it down. Gotta go quickly. Shot clock winds down. Finds a balance. Doesn't find the shot. Abdel-Gawad drops in the finish.
I mean, that's just, it started, that offense was credited to the defense that they just did for 24 seconds.
And there's a Deng off a pass from Deng, and there's a call, no bucket, foul picked up on Al-Sharawi.
Egypt is playing tremendous on both ends of the floor, attacking the basket and also playing aggressive defense.
18 points, the differential. They've been stuck on this 10-point mark for a while in South Sudan.
Yeah, they really haven't been able to get into any rhythm because of the Egyptians' defense. So hopefully that they'll be able to settle down after these 2 free throw shots.
The technical foul called on the bench of the Bright Starlets. So Coach Antuna picks up a foul, and that's why they went across quickly. See him trying to have the conversation there, but there will be 2 shots for South Sudan.
And after this, hopefully they'll be able to settle down, you know, and just have that poise and composure that they have been playing in these the first 2 games of this tournament.
Well, they've been tested so far and measured, and Egypt have definitely got the better of them in the first 12 minutes of this one. Dang. See, averaging 8 a game. Drops them the free throw, and they finally off that 10-point marker.
You see South Sudan in a high press man-to-man, and that's probably what they need to get some type of movement.
Al-Gadawi finds the touch. That short rebound is controlled. They have a chance to go out. Washington sees Deng. Deng. Pass to the corner. Mayen. There's a whistle.
And as you know, every basketball play starts on defense. And even though they didn't capitalize on that offense, they got a good momentum. 4 South Sudan jerseys touched that ball, each touched that ball in that 1 possession.
Definitely looking better. They pick up a second team foul. Barker picks up a first. Yeah. able to force the shot up. There was good work on the glass. Blows the putback, but gets it right back, and she'll take the 2 points, Will Gakdeng.
Yeah, she's very tough, and she's going to continue to show up for her team as they need her, as Bulgat is on the bench.
Gonna have to rely on her front court presence and scoring. Gakdeng. Al-Gadawi spills the pass. Deng out in the open floor, draws the foul.
And this is a team that we saw when they played against Mali and Cameroon, the way that they convert and try to convert on that defense, where they play good defense, they push the ball, they attack the basket, and now they're rewarded with 2 free throws.
Sarah Deng is 21 years young. Australian South Sudanese. She transferred from East Arizona to the Florida Gators this year. That's where she's going to be spending her final year in college. Still yet to impact statistically, just averaging 2 points and 2.5 rebounds. We have a timeout. South Sudan showing some signs of fight back, 29-14.
Shot here in this cut, you put the ball, everybody was here, you're trying to pass the ball, hey, be easy. And how many seconds we need to identify and to listen to the point guard. How many seconds, guys? So they're in a zone, no matter that it's in the press, or no matter that they're playing like a set. Guys, if we are in the transition, okay, we were in the press, we pass the ball, bring it to the corner, pass to the low post, we already started. Okay, if not, come on the top, but guys, wait, we cannot wait 6 seconds. We need that time. Okay, and don't rush, don't rush. Don't look for the high post. They are denying, they're coming. Okay, start as we want. Okay, start as we want. Be patient, okay? But be ready, guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Another look at the aggression of the Egyptians as they attack inside. Abdel Gawad in free flow, in transition, and she finishes well most times, and it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, you saw them coming out of that timeout, and the coach just saying, hey, this is what we're going to run, and this is what we're going to do. So let's see if Egypt gets to connect and execute on the offensive end after these free throws.
Deng misses that first shot. Small. Well, the importance of the charity stripe really going to be prominent because they have to continue to chip away at this large lead. Deng gets a second.
Yeah, you see the full court pressure from South Sudan. We didn't see that in the first quarter, but the way that their rhythm has picked up, it's kind of needed right now.
So counter the press with the press. Bakr. Al-Sharawi. Ball moving well for Egypt. Chance here for Al-Gadawi again. Goes to a right hand. That one is well guarded. Gakdeng cleans up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good move. She just couldn't connect.
Deng cleared out. Nice bit of work there by Al-Sharawi. The block, well timed. Defense, great again. Skying right up. You see her block the ball. Some time and space, and it's a clean shot. Needed one as McCoy is on the board.
And you see again, South Sudan in a 1-2-2 press, trying to rattle Egypt.
Al-Shabrawi. Bakr lines up the shot. That one, long rebound. She gets it back. No look pass to Al-Gadawi, who will finish, and does so quite easily inside.
Egypt is not giving up on the offensive glass as they were able to convert on that basket.
Up to 10 points now for Al-Gadawi, first player into double figures. Deng. Taken away. Bakr has some options, but finds Al-Gadawi. Pinpoint pass, beautiful play.
What a great no-look pass as she sees her post player running fast down the court for a 2-point basket.
That was a highlight. So Miss comes in, there's Gakdeng working, and wow, she has been instrumental inside the paint, just keeping South Sudan in this.
Yeah, she is. She's not giving up. She's a great, wow, great defense from South Sudan right now. They are trying to chip away at the score, but it has started with their defense and their energy that they're bringing up. They look a little bit flustered and tired, but they always are making good plays when they play amazing defense.
That passing from Egypt, pinpoint. Look at that no-look dish. Highlight for sure.
That is definitely a highlight.
Dinner is served. Gakdeng feeds. That's another pass that deserves a highlight. The pass inside and the finish there from McCoy, who's had a factor, or has been a factor since she's been on the floor.
And again, here they're in their zone defense.
Wow. It's beautiful passing and interplay, and that last finish just letting them down. Frustration there from Coach Antuna. He's not happy what's happening defensively. They're being split apart.
Yeah, I mean, this is good eye when you want to break that 2-2-1 defense from South Sudan. You get the ball in the middle, and exactly what they did was able to penetrate the basket and dish it off to her teammate to get the foul.
Just such a big paint presence is El Gadawi. Second one misses. Gakdeng, another rebound. Doing a good job cleaning up the glass on the inside there. Already 11 boards, Gakdeng inside. Foul call. Washington irate at this point.
Yeah, she does not agree with this call, but the refs see what they see, and we have to go with it.
2 turnovers for Washington. Coach Antuna's already picked up one tick. He'll want to be careful, stay on the floor here.
One thing about Spanish coaches, they're very passionate and very animated.
El Shabrawi shot, spins out. Gakdeng picks up her 12th rebound in the first half. Off the leg of El Shabrawi. Signs that South Sudan starting to find some confidence against the press here. They responded to the pressure. So now, conversation between El Shabrawi, heated conversation, and referee Silva Humbeji. South Sudan basketball was perhaps favorable for South Sudan because 5-second count was starting to happen, but the referees wave it off and they'll have to inbound again.
Yeah, both countries are really fighting to the end to represent in the best way that they can.
Foul is called on El Shabrawi, getting into the body there of Washington. And the parity being restored here was Egypt start to pick up some fouls. They run to their 4th team foul. One more and they'll go into the red. Gakdeng. Pass inside, they find Gakdeng. Her finishing is letting her down, misses that.
I mean, it couldn't get as easy as that for them to have a shot.
On the run, you see the work from El Gadawi trying to be inventive. Goes glass, but it doesn't quite drop in. That time the bank is closed. A rare miss from El Gadawi in this one. Trying to bank it in, just a bit strong. This feels like a chess match unfolding in front of us as both coaches and the players just try to figure out ways of dismantling the defense in front of them.
Yeah, it's been a scrappy game for both teams, but that's the style Egypt likes to play in.
El Gadawi's shot is cleaned up on the miss by Washington. Washington tapped away, nice work. El Gadawi steals it, and she will drop in for 2 points, up to 15 points here in the first half. Superb first half performance from El Gadawi.
Yeah, the Egyptian defense has not let up one single minute in this quarter.
19 points from turnovers. Mayen is able to find one from long range. They needed that. Might bring some relief to South Sudan.
Yeah, that will be her first point of the game.
Kicked across now. El Shabrawi pressured by Washington. They've been at it all afternoon. The pass to El Gadawi, who's automatic, get her the ball anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, she's just been incredible. She has 17 points. She went down earlier with the bump and wind knocked out of her, but she has came back and did exactly what she needs to do for this Egyptian team.
Phenomenal scoring from Al Ghadawi, 17 points, 14 minutes on the floor. She is carrying the offensive load. Washington on the run and picking up the foul.
This is a very scrappy, physical game. Right here, as you see the steal and the easy 2 baskets for Egypt.
There's absolutely nothing that she can do wrong at this moment. Was able to tap the ball and picking up her first foul, but what a way to come back. And maybe that little knock earlier on just giving her extra motivation, because she certainly is playing like it.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, you know, you get a player pissed off and wanting to go back and do everything that they can, and that's exactly what she has done. The moment she stepped up back on this court, you can see the difference in how Egypt has been playing when she's been on the floor.
Washington gets that one. Soft touch, shooter's roll falls in. They only missed 1 free throw at South Sudan. They're now 5 of 6. Washington just 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Second one drops in. They're still within striking distance.
Yeah, we'll see how they continue to pressure the next 3 minutes of the second quarter.
Egypt looking to continue play the way they have. Al Ghadawi top of the key. Parker, a step back 3. It's taken by Al Ghadawi, almost tapped that back. Little clap. Thought she almost had it on the run. McQueen.
Oh, great give and go to get some points on the board before the second quarter ends for South Sudan.
Stealing back some momentum. On the fast break, they get another 2. Now 10 points, the difference. Big difference in the way the fast break points break down. Kick out. Now, Ghadawi, that has been one area she struggled all tournament. Yet to knock down a 3 in 3 games. Jiu. Mayen. Yep. Call for the travel. Looked like she just took an extra step there on the baseline.
Yeah, and again, why? Because of Egypt's defense. They have been playing superb on the defensive end today.
Ball pressure, they play the passing lanes, and they just continue to force turnovers, unforced turnovers, sometimes forced turnovers. That's the 16th turnover for South Sudan. Egypt looking to work. Abdel Gawad off the foot there with Washington. Shot clock reset. Haven't seen these substitutions happen too often. Washington, a rare breather, 39.7 minutes average before this. And now it's going to have a word with her coach on the side. Different look for South Sudan altogether without Washington on the floor.
Yeah, they're in a zone defense here.
Ibrahim. That shot of hers kind of sky in. Ding. McQueen, another 2 points. And again, she's so quick up the floor.
So quick.
And they find her and she gets the finish.
That's a good touch as she just subbed in for Washington to do something on the court.
Parker fires right back quickly. And the lead back up to 11. Egypt, they continue to make crucial scores when it matters. Mayen, back to Ding. Working around the screen. Got Ding. Hasn't had the ball for a while. Turns in as Al-Shabrawi wrestles that away.
One good thing that, many good things that Egypt has, they have like their hands everywhere. They're getting and slapping the ball. So South Sudan needs to be strong or else they're going to continue to turn the ball over.
Now Ghadawi, her first 3 in the tournament, and it comes with 1 minute or just under a minute left. We're gonna get a timeout called, and she's been trying, and she finally finds the range. And you see the joy on the bench as Egypt, they again push up to 14. This is the lead. Timeout South Sudan, 58 seconds left in this one.
Rose, what did they say with 15? We are connected with her. Connected. The other big, no. Yeah, but two fucking mistake. 6-0. Play hard. Play hard. And if they call another offensive rebound, a foul, I don't give a shit. Hard. Boom with the elbows. Delicia is in. Jari Sauer. Press break. Press break. We do the press break. Swords with the one not defended by Maria. Maria is here, so Rose, swords, okay? If they switch it, open up, and one-on-one to the right, Maria to the rebound, okay?
Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3.
20 first half points there for Al Gadawi. She is playing big in this one. It's a must-win affair for both of these teams. The quarterfinal place at stake. And what a great work from her.
Oh, she has 20 points, 7 for 14 at the 2, and her first 3 of this tournament, so bravo to her.
It's that kind of afternoon for Al Gadawi, and she's powered Egypt to a 14-point lead. Washington crosses, now attacking, kicks to the corner. Deng pulls up. Washington finding some space. She'll think about putting that up, picking up the second chance opportunity. Now they're on the drive. Deng! I think we'll get called for the push-off there.
Get down on the floor. Get down, please.
Trying to pull back on the defense. Spills to the ground hard there, Badawi. And I'm not sure if it was a momentum-based push or if there's extra contact, but she sold it well and she got the desired result.
Yeah, Egyptian ball.
Badawi, Ibrahim. Shot from Badawi, strong.
33-1.
They've done a phenomenal job. Sometimes they run the boards. South Sudan, that's their
There's a hit. We go
23rd
bonus,
defensive
2 shots.
rebound in the half.
2 shots,
They're
bonus.
doing what they can
Number
do
5
with what they
shooter.
got, and so now they are rewarded
5 or 8.
because both teams,
Number 8.
or Egypt is in the
Come on.
bonus, so
Hey.
they're definitely going to get these 2-point attempts at the free throw line.
Stop.
2 shots.
Silva, we have
Rose,
1 play. 15.
Koi.
Yeah, 15. Excellent.
Plays basketball in Portugal and Morocco.
What's the name?
It's part of the AfroBasket qualifying team, averaging
I don't know what I
a
say,
double-double,
5.
11 points, 10 boards, and you can see how she gets those numbers just phenomenal up the floor. Misses the second, misses both. And an empty trip in crucial moments is costing South Sudan.
Yeah, it truly is when you have an opportunity to capitalize on
we
your
go.
opponent's mistake.
Last play.
You have to be mentally focused and locked in, especially when you're at the free throw line.
13.2 seconds. This should be the final possession of the second half. The first half, second quarter. McQuick, Tenny, who's just come in. Gets the kind of look she wants. Not the result, though. South Sudan, 5.4 seconds. Now trying to find a pass under lots of pressure. You see the frustration there on Coach Antuna.
And again, no matter if it's 5.4 seconds left, Egypt is playing amazing defense.
So much pressure. McCoy steps through, goes glass. Deng trying to save the possession, can't do it. And that's going to bring a well-contested first half to a close, but really great performance by Egypt. Egypt 44, South Sudan 30, and it is half-time here in Abidjan.
Egypt been playing amazing this half, because it started with their defense, they decided today that they're going to show up and start on defense so they can convert in their offense.
And they've had a front court talisman in terms of El Gadawi. Let's have a look at the stats though.
I mean, you can see here 54% from the free throw line, and South Sudan only getting there 9 times. 35 rebounds from South Sudan, but the turnovers is the reason why Egypt is up by 14.
Egypt been able to apply the pressure, pick up those turnovers. El Gadawi's 20 points that leads the way. McCoy and Gagdeng have tried, and there's a name missing there in Bulgak, and that's been a big factor in the way that Egypt have been able to pick up the lead.
She didn't even come into this game in the second quarter because she finished the first quarter with 3 fouls.
Egypt have had bright sparks everywhere on the floor, but I think that these second quarter plays are going to be dominated by one name, and that's Al Gadawi. But here's Deng for South Sudan. Block on the other side there. Great work resonating with that defensive theme.
Yeah, they came to play, and that's a great block from Egypt. And here they drive to the basket and they find their open man. All of these second quarter plays are tremendous for Egypt.
McCoy, 8 points off the bench. When you see the work from El Gadawi, both ends of the floor, taps the ball to Al Shabrawi, and this for me was the highlight play of the first half. Sums up the energy, the effort, and the execution.
Yeah, El Gadawi here, you see her laying the ball up, having 20 points in this half. She's playing amazing, she's playing tough.
Superb work, and then you see defense again. The ball. Why not have another look at what was a standout play? Just sharp work. Pitch to the corner, and a rare bit of light for South Sudan. One of their 2 makes from the three-point line. Mayen with the Roni 3, and figuring it out. The give, the go, the drop in, and wonderful work. When they have had the opportunity, which has been few and far between, they look good up and down the floor. Well, halftime it is. It's a 14-point differential, and we'll be back with more second half action.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Rosine Muchamiza attempts the 3 points, makes it. It was all about the net there. It's a swish, nicely done from Muchamiza. Joe McCann misses her shot attempt, and on the other side gets involved in defense trying to block Kaba.
Ibrahim showing superb footwork. Wow, what a superb finish. And fancy footwork there from Ibrahim. Abu Kamara looking to go to Musa. Stanger picks up the pass, and there's a beautiful feed ahead. Drops in, nervy moment.
Mozambique has came out and started the game well with that steal and a 2-point basket.
Ethiopia attacks the basket and good.
makes a crucial free throw, pushes it up to a 6-point differential. Drop-off pass, perfect from Lucas. That is a pinpoint pass, and it's easily dropped in by Peso. Step back three. Look good, out of the hand. Side, he spins! Gets the bucket, and you can count the and one. Again, we get to see what her footwork is as she picks up 2 points. Mara driving in, sent right back. And Lamunu has a message for Mara on the defensive end. From the outside, set back by Akpana. Turns, well contested again. Well work, great work there by Okonkwo. A chance for Nigeria out on the fast break. Carlo, set back. Udo Katete says, get that out of here.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
We are back. Palais des Sports in Abidjan, and it's on as far as the qualification to the quarterfinals of AfroBasket in 2025. 20 minutes are in the bank, and let's have a look at the top scorer here for South Sudan. And Rose McCoy has been great because she's been able to just inject some pace into the South Sudan offense because of her foot speed, but also just the ability to get up and down the floor.
Yeah, she's been playing amazing. She has 8 points and 5 rebounds. She's 4 for 6 on the field. And she's definitely going to bring that energy when she comes back out in the second half.
Finishing with the left hand there, 5 rebounds as well. And without Bugak on the floor, has had to pick up some of the scoring load and has done so well. When they found her, especially in the open floor, she's athletic and dynamic, and you just see the work that she does there on the finish.
She's a great addition to the South Sudan team because she's able to continue to chip away and also bring the energy while Bugak was on the bench.
South Sudan, in the second half, they're going to have to figure out how to keep the ball in hand because turnovers have plagued their play, but Rose McCoy, superb in the open floor. And on the other side, well, we've spoken a lot about her before the start of this game, averaging 18 points in the competition. She's already above that. Ranim El-Gadawi, 20 points, and she got it done in just every way possible.
Yeah, she went out in the first minutes of the game, but came back aggressive, came back focused, and came back ready to attack against the South Sudan defense. As she's always in the right place at the right time. You can see her here laying the ball up on a steal. 20 points for her. And I mean, if you double that, that would be 40. So I definitely think she's going to keep that momentum and rhythm in this second half.
Has represented Egypt since the under-16 level, appeared at 2 world championships for Egypt, and continues to be instrumental inside the paint, and she's done it for the better part of a decade. It doesn't look like there's any slowing down for Ranim El-Gadawi. She just seems to be getting better and better, and you see that with the 20-point first half. We are not too far away from starting out the second half, and there's going to be work to be done here for South Sudan. Egypt and Coach Martinez, so far the strategy has been on point. They've been able to force all of those turnovers. They can just continue to apply the pressure.
Yeah, and speaking of turnovers, they had 22 points from turnovers in that first half against South Sudan, and you got to credit to their defense. That's one thing that they brought today, consistently playing aggressive defense. To have those 18 turnovers, but then converting to 22 points is amazing.
15 of those coming on a fast break compared to the 8 from South Sudan. 20 points, like we said, from El Gadawi, but there've also been some great shooting. Captain Farid Abdel Nabi's 8 points started out with those 2 3-pointers from the start, 5 of 18 from the 3-point line. And if they continue to make threes and just space the floor, force the defense to come out, it's going to be a tough second half here for Washington and the South Sudan team.
I mean, they have 11 assists, so you know that they're facilitating the ball, getting the ball to the right player at the right time to convert some points.
But to South Sudan's credit, they did pick up make a little inroad. They won the second quarter 20 points to 18. They just went down by 26 points to 10 in the first. So they can take some of that momentum and have a look at what's happening. McCoy with 8 points. God dang, that was 11 rebounds on the inside, and Washington has 3 assists.
I mean, they have been battling 35 total rebounds for South Sudan against only 16 from Egypt. So definitely bringing that Duke Bulgat into the mix is going to definitely expand that rebound lead.
They've only been able to force 4 turnovers from Egypt. They've been very good with ball in hand. They're getting the kind of looks and shots that they want, but their point guard doesn't make too many mistakes, and neither does Al Gadawi, as the stats show you.
Wow, she's across the board right here with the 20 points and 4 rebounds. And Elsha Brawi has 6 assists for this game.
Leading the way at the point guard position with those 6 assists. And you think that we might see a couple more counter presses from the Coach Antuna. Well, Coach Martinez, so far, you know, he holds the upper hand. His strategy has been on point, and it's seen him go out to a 14-point lead.
Yeah, what I would like to see South Sudan when they come back out here is to play at their pace. They're playing into the hand and the aggressiveness of Egypt because they've been playing really good defense. They're winning on the board, so continue to be strong. They had some good looks, they just didn't fall. And for Egypt, I mean, continue to run and get those turnovers from playing aggressive defense.
When do you think we will see Bulgak back into the game, or do we see her back in? She's got to be on the floor, surely.
I definitely think that she will start this third quarter, as she's been on the bench for too long in this game.
You're with her, like,
Don't leave her.
like, breathe her in the mouth, okay? No, because you have 3 fouls, okay? The other 4, you are in box. But box about, are you close to 4-33? You need to pay really attention. 3-12, challenge them a little bit, okay? But don't be lazy about like not even contesting it, okay? But the focus about, they are not the main shooter. Contain the one-on-one, but contest it, okay?
Yes. Really repetitive, eh? Really repetitive. The same thing. You're coming now, okay? Soft, we'll be done, okay? Same aggressivity, like a rock. We're coming in and we are pushing them and we are making them to have the same problems, okay, from the beginning. They will try, they will fix, for sure, they will understand, okay? And then focus on the spot, okay? After all that, focus on the spot, that they don't have the time, okay? Come on, girls. Offensive, okay?
Courtside 1891. You can download the app by scanning the QR code and tap into FIBA World. We have plenty of events going on worldwide, but this one, where we lead with legacy, FIBA Women's AfroBasket in Cote d'Ivoire in 2025 takes prominence, and we are set because this is the classification to the quarterfinals. 8 teams will become 4. Well, now there are 6 teams that will become 3 after this one. Egypt, they are well and truly in control. And the job now from South Sudan is what answers could they come up with in that halftime break? What has Coach Antuna got in the kit bag? And Coach Julia Martinez has been very good for Egypt. Washington. Bulgak, who's back on the floor. Gakdeng trying to take her time, stretches up, over, drops it in. Maybe the case for contact. Nonetheless, she gets the first 2 points in the half.
Gakdeng, I mean, she's been amazing. She was able to convert on that possession.
A little bit more patience from Gakdeng on that possession inside. Gets it to go. Ibrahim. Gakdeng, another rebound. Relentless on the board. Almost throws it away. Bulgak sits and holds. Pressured there, and there's some contact. Ibrahim is pleading her case, but contact is right there, and Bulgak looks like she just needs a minute. Took a blow to the face.
Yeah, we hope that she's okay.
Lots of contact we've seen
throughout. Bodies flying, elbows flying. It's just been an aggressive game today.
I take you back to day one, and you said this is AfroBasket. And then there's going to be high levels of physicality, especially in the knockout stages.
Yeah.
Bulgak loses the ball. 3-on-2 break, then El-Shabrawi makes the decision to go by herself, and she's able to draw Washington into the contact. Steal from Bulgak, and you see El-Shabrawi right there. And Washington challenges, and the contact is cold. Heliopolis Sporting Club in Egypt. El-Shabrawi plays her basketball in the Super League. This is her first AfroBasket. And she's spent 27 minutes on the floor so far for Coach Martinez in the point guard position. She's done a good job.
Yeah, she's contributed to this team, and she's been playing well for her first debut.
She's 23 years young. Diu. Bulgak hooks the pass. McCoy drops in the 2.
Great offensive play from South Sudan, but can they get a stop to go back on offense?
That's the question. McCoy up to 10 points. El-Shabrawi, time and space. That comes off the front line, shorted here. Trying to put together a run. The Bright Starlets. McCoy matched up with Abdel Nabi. That one tapped for a second. She's going to try and go again. Gets by, but the block from Abdel Gawad, who now quickly up ahead, almost gets by the 3 defenders. Washington taps that block back.
She knew that she wouldn't want to get her 3rd foul as she times that blocks, and she gets the tip. It's South Sudan's ball.
High elevation for Washington to tap that one back. That was great work on defensive end. Signs of life here for the Starlets. Pumped. El-Shabrawi.
Both of them have been going back and forth, if you have not noticed in this game today.
So tenacious is El-Shabrawi. Not scared to get in the face of offensive players. Seen it for the first 3 games, and she's right there with Washington, one of the premier point guards in this competition. Washington off the DHO. McCoy skillfully gets by on the baseline and gets 2.
Oh, good attack to the basket on that baseline drive.
Getting rewarded here for her aggression is McCoy. She's up to 12 now. Leading the way for the Starlets. El-Shabrawi. Her shot is strong. Putting together a run. South Sudan trying to work the matchups on the interior. Washington calls for the screen. Diu. Shot clock winding down. Diu in some trouble. And the ball is turned over. Great defensive work there from Egypt.
Yeah, sometimes South Sudan has that first shot to shoot it, but they want to attack the basket. Just read the defense and take your open shot.
And it's always a small margin. Sometimes you think you're making the right decision, the defense closes out the rest of the possession, and that's what happened there. 20th turnover for South Sudan. On the drive, Ibrahim trying to go. They have not had much success here in the third. Washington. McCoy. Jew rather tries that long-range shot. Now it's pushed up, and it is no connection. And it hasn't been the best start for the Pharaoh Queens, but South Sudan, they're starting to maybe get some hope.
Yeah, you see them right here, full court pressure against Washington as they're trying to set some pace up defensively.
Drive from McQueen, the up and under doesn't work. Al-Gadawi picking up the board. Abdel Nabi, right back to Al-Gadawi, calling for the contact. There's partial block. Washington tries to lay it up and go short there as well.
I mean, you can see all these good attempts to the basket, but no team is converting for these 4 minutes within the third quarter.
Just can't find the touch here in the second half. The runner is short. Al-Sharawi. Washington. This is that calm before the storm, one feels. Diu. Working with 5 seconds left. Defense holds. There is work from Gakdeng, and she drops it in. That is all hustle, all heart from Gakdeng, and wow, 14 rebounds, 10 points, double-double.
Yeah, she's already have a double-double in this game as she continues to battle on that offensive end with 6 offensive rebounds. She's doing amazing.
Forced timeout for Julian Martinez and Egypt.
Push and move, that's it. That's all. So I say high-low, and again, a player on the three-point line to play, guess. 3 outside. High-low. Some play is on running. It's not the problem that she's on the low post. Okay? But don't come to the low post. Okay? Guys, when we are swinging and they are sagging inside, we have to make that shot. We have to take it. Okay? If not, we cannot play. Over here. Okay? Don't go to the three-point line.
5:30, and maybe some concern on the bench. They're just 1 point for Egypt in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter.
Yeah, you see Gakdeng on this play, just being aggressive. That is her 7th offensive rebound of this game. And you hear the Egyptian coach saying, box out, as South Sudan already has 44 rebounds.
12 points, 16 rebounds for Gakdeng, and she has really been fantastic for the Bright Starlets. The fight back is well and truly on here. South Sudan, they've whittled the lead down to 7 points. Trying to get into the passing lane. Push-off from Bogak is clear in front, and Al-Gadawi is picking, well, right there on the defensive end. That's the 4th foul for Bogak.
Yeah, she might be heading to the bench soon because South Sudan definitely needs her, as this is a qualification for the quarterfinals in this women's AfroBasket.
Well, the winner so far of that matchup inside the plate is certainly Al-Gadawi.
Yeah, I mean, Bogak has to be very, very mindful not to get her 5th foul.
Al-Gadawi, second 3 now as the three-point line is opened up. 23 points, first 3 points for her in the half.
I think she heard you talking about her 3-pointers as she made 2 in this whole entire tournament in this game.
In this game, and everything working for her on the offensive end. The lead pushes back out now to double digits. Washington gets inside. Nice work.
That's a great move to the basket for Washington.
Badawi. Abdel-Gawad has been quiet. Her shot long. Everything falling the way of Al-Qadawi. Tried the left-hand runner. They still have the ball. Beautiful work from Abdel-Gawad. Just so skillful as that floater goes right in. Egypt is just scoring at the crucial times, keeping South Sudan at bay. Bugak. Pass on the inside, looking for Gakdeng. Had the matchup. Pass. Poor.
Egypt is winning on offense and on defense in this game.
Drive in, and that's great work. Excellent read from Abdel Nabi.
Yeah, they knew exactly to attack Bulgat because she has 4 fouls, and I think every single position after that will be the same.
The quick fire answer on the other side, due for 3. Technical foul, called in Washington. That incident off the ball. Can I give a chance here to Al-Qadawi to just get back some points or get back a point? Or maybe Abdel Nabi, the captain, to shoot the tick.
And Washington is having 3 fouls. I mean, the star players of South Sudan are in foul trouble right now, so they need to be mindful of that.
See frustration there on the face of Washington. Second time we've seen a technical foul awarded in this one to South Sudan. First one on the coach. Now Washington as a player picks up that foul.
Yeah, you just want to be mindful of that and just keep your head in the game. Still have to finish this third quarter strong, and you're having the fourth quarter next.
Al-Qadawi on the run there. Strong. McCoy. Washington saw Gakdeng ahead of everybody, but Al-Qadawi gets the deflection. They still have the ball. "18 seconds. So shirt of Al-Qadawi initially, it's got to be tucked in. And that's been the delay. Washington. Her right-hand hook falls in. Nice catch, nice finish.
Yeah, way to be strong on that play. She has 9 points.
There's still slithers of hope here for South Sudan and the Starlets. Pass looking for Al-Qadawi, covered there by McCoy, gets the ball to go out of bounds. Now a play call here from the baseline with 9 seconds left. Egypt, they're just trying to go to work. It goes into the hands of El-Shaarawy. Badawi. Shot clock. El-Shaarawy's hook shot is short. Long rather, but now Deng is back. Washington. Bogak will dribble to the elbow and fire off a shot, and that probably sums up her afternoon so far. Has really just struggled to find her rhythm.
Yeah, she's been struggling since she got into that foul trouble, and you play a different type of basketball when you're in foul trouble and on the court, as she has 4 fouls.
Those 4 fouls, and just 3 points for Bogak. Long range shot. That rattles out. Washington into the path of Bogak, who's left alone. And she can knock down threes and does.
And you want her to get her rhythm going as she has 6 points right now. She's 2 for 3 at the free throw line. And that's a good momentum right now for South Sudan.
They're back within 2 possessions. It's a 5-point game. Some murmurs of defense from South Sudan fans in the house. Pass is picked off. Deng.
3-on-2.
Now a chance for McCoy. Blocking foul is called. And it's Badawi who's going to pick up the contact call. This sideline out of 2 shots it will be.
You see the attack right here. And the foul drawn. And this is good momentum for South Sudan in this third quarter.
3 fouls for Badawi, 3 fouls on the team. Bulgak going to be saved for the final 124 of this third quarter. Ball drops in. And
I feel like everyone held their breath in the gym for that one.
we're back within 2 possessions, 2 scores.
And you see the youth on the TV from South Sudan cheering their ladies on.
McCoy, 33%. Holds a nerve and knocks down 2 important free throws.
Oh, this is the closest this game has been. 53 Egypt, 50 South Sudan with 1 minute left in the third quarter.
Egypt looking to find a shot. They do. Long rebound is saved back by Badawi. Now the drop of pass from Abdel Nabi. Superb play.
Beautiful, beautiful attack to the basket and pass that Egypt just did.
Some great basketball, high-level execution there on that play. Deng floats one up. They're on the board and the finish. The first 2 points in this one for Gabriel. That score so crucial. But still, Deng leads the way. Bodies are flying everywhere, and you just look at the work there on the defensive end. Gabriel in the action on both ends of the floor.
It was definitely smart of her to attack the basket, and she saw the opening, and she did. South Sudan is just, they didn't foul trouble this whole game, so that wasn't a really good foul at this moment, especially with the seconds running down.
On the Bright Starlets, they have fans here in Trashville. Abdel Nabi, captain, in her 4th AfroBasket. Under some pressure. $11 points. Second trip to the free throw line. It's the first one to fall. .4 seconds left here in this third quarter. Splits that pair. It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, you see here Egypt pressuring full court right now.
Up goes Deng. And on the follow, Gabriel is there to drop in another 2 points. 4 quick points for Gabriel. And South Sudan, they're back within 2.
Yeah, South Sudan has not let up since the beginning of this game, even though they weren't in a rhythm, and they have cut the lead.
The final shot of the quarter for Farida Abdel Nabi won't go, and the fight back has been superb from South Sudan and the Bright Starlets. It's Egypt 56, South Sudan 54. 10 more minutes left in this one. Don't go anywhere. Strap in your seatbelts, folks. We're gonna keep the conversation going for sure, because what a great third quarter that was by South Sudan. Ify, let's look at the stats.
Oh, the stats you can see here, 42% for Egypt, 45 for South Sudan, 73 free throws from 8 to 11. And as at the first half, they only shot like 4 free throws, so this is a good different thing that they've done.
I think it's been a twofold presence. The work of Kakdeng on the interior, her rebounding work, her ability to finish on the inside has really helped put the fight back here for this South Sudan team.
She has 8 offensive rebounds, but 18 in all. As you see the block from Delisha Washington as she timed that, and you see the crossover, pass to the corner, and dive to the basket.
Wonderful work. Again, pure showcase of that athleticism. The pass there, Kakdeng, and those numbers are monstrous in this first 3 quarters. 14 and 18 for her.
You can see El Gedawe shooting her second 3-point shot in that 3rd quarter.
Washington frustrated at times, go back. All of her points come from the outside, knocks down that 3-pointer.
Yeah, even though she's in foul trouble, she's still trying to find her pace as she shot that 3.
So Coach Antuna will be happy because they've held Egypt to 12 points in that quarter. You can scan the QR code down on the app on courtside 1891. But just those 12 points, that was a good defensive quarter for South Sudan.
Yeah, if you're South Sudan, you want to continue the momentum and pace that you've just finished in the 3rd quarter in this 4th. And if you're Egypt, you're looking at each other and saying, hey, let's play defense as we did in the first 3 quarters.
The struggle from the 3-point line, probably a part of how they haven't been able to come back. 6 of 26, 23% that 3rd quarter. Coach Julian Martinez has won the first 3 quarters of this one. This is the most important one for both. And we're into the final 10 minutes of our second qualifier to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you can expect both teams to give their all the next 10 minutes to see who wins for the qualification round for the quarterfinals.
Al-Sharawi, the long-range shot from Abdel Nabi. Still, the struggles here on the 3-point line. What has worked well for Egypt in the first half was their presence and their points in the paint, and how South Sudan have come back has been that way as well.
Yeah, I mean, Egypt did so well when pressuring the ball, facilitating the ball, attacking, and getting South Sudan in foul trouble. So we'll see if they do that in this last quarter.
Kakdeng pressure release. Washington, McCoy, Gabriel, and Deng, they're on the floor there. Trying to go inside. The help comes, and there is a foul call. Abdel Gawad coming across to plead a case, but no foul, no change will come on that because Abdel Gawad picks up a second team foul for Egypt in just over 30 seconds. Kakdeng has the mismatch. Trying to work against El Shabrawi. Makes the pass off to Gabriel. 3rd finish inside. 6 Gabriel points.
Oh yeah, it started from that mismatch. And for her teammate to see her wide open for that 2-point basket.
Pushing ahead now. We are tied up. Al Shabrawi spinning, caught in some trouble. Abdel Nabi's got to go. The shot comes off the back iron. South Sudan looking for their first lead. Comes off the iron. Last touch, Kakdeng goes out of bounds. Some nerves starting to come into this one.
Yeah, this is the first time seeing Egypt a little bit rattled now that the score is tied.
We've only had 1 lead change, and that was early in the first quarter. Egypt led for 29 minutes of the 31 that we've seen. First time that we've been tied.
Aggressive defense you see while Egypt is just trying to set the pace.
Left hand, that trusty left hand of El Gedawi draws the foul, and there is contact call. And that's where you feel they are going to go here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball to her in any position, whether that's out in the perimeter, on the top of the key, or in the block. But we're definitely going to see the ball in El get Dawe's hand.
Only 3 points in the second half, gone off the boil a little bit after that red-hot first half 20-point performance. Deng takes a breather. Diu was back on to try and stretch the floor a little bit for South Sudan. El Gadawi.
Egypt has gotten to the line 20 times, and you can see here her statistics today. 3 for 8. Now she's 4 for 9.
46% throughout the tournament in the first 2 games. That's around about the same percentage. So Egypt hold the lead again. Gabriel pressured. Diu pitches across to Washington. Now shot clock. Deng has got to go. Doesn't get it off in time. It's waved off. And that possession, again, Egypt's defense holding here in crucial moments.
Yeah, they definitely played the best defense to get that shot clock violation.
It's now possession-based game. Got to put together a run of some sort, either team. Al-Shabrawi. Abdel Nabi. Egypt will fire off the 3, trying to chase it back to Abdel Gawad, not going for them, not working for them at the 3-point line.
Yeah, that was an easy cop-out to give South Sudan the ball back.
Washington looking to work. Washington attacking and then able to draw the foul. Well, that's just aggressive play from Washington. You see, able to get by the leg. The outstretched leg is where the contact is called.
Yeah, it was basically a 1-4 flat, and she takes her time on top of the key, looks at her defender's footwork, and then attacks it, and then creates the foul.
Skillful work from Washington. Gonna have to come up big here. Just 9 points for Washington in this, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Pushes up over the 10-point mark. A score here, and we might just see a little psychological shift as South Sudan push ahead. Perfect from the line today. Basket is good. South Sudan with their first lead. Al Gadawi given a breather from Coach Martinez.
You could see the way South Sudan has faced adversity in this tournament, losing by 2 against Mali and then 7 against Cameroon. And here they are chipping away slowly but surely, leading their first lead of the game, 58-57 against Egypt.
The pressure is now shifted from being on South Sudan to Egypt. McCoy subbed out. Diu, Bulgak are back on the floor. A gamble here from Coach Antuna. Chance to drive, shot clock winds down. And you see the tension. You spoke about it, Evie. It's happening right there.
Yeah, you see that they were trying to attack Bulgat, but then they were trying to force the player to attack her, but it was just not too much time on the clock.
Timeout is called. South Sudan have wrestled back the lead. They fought so hard. 19 points, the biggest lead in this one. And they've swung it, a 20-point swing over 3 quarters. 6:44 left, and time to put on the coach's hat just a little bit. And what do you think Coach Martinez has got to do right now to try and get in? Okay, we'll go with South Sudan first.
Oh, well, for South Sudan, I think they're doing amazing job right now to continue the pace that they are at, continue to go inside, continue to rebound and play defense. We saw their adversity, like I spoke about a few minutes ago, to continue to do that. And if you're Egypt, play your game. They're playing into the momentum of South Sudan. Like, make sure you start from defense as it has been going, and then just shoot their open shots.
So you saw the stats there from this South Sudan team. They had 18 turnovers in the first half. They've only turned the ball over 5 times here in the second. It's been a big part of how they've been able to fight back.
You can see high defense, a 2-3 zone that Egypt is in.
Bugak shot partially blocked. There's Gakdeng picking up that loose ball, and she's able to draw the foul. And a presence inside the paint. The pain for Egypt inside the paint has done a great bit of work.
I don't know if Egypt just knows they're only down 1. They seem a little bit deflated coming out of that timeout, but they're only down 1 with 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter, and they can still battle back if they take their time and they play defense.
4 games in zone qualifiers that Egypt convincingly beaten South Sudan, but this is a different stage. It's a more high-stake game. 19 monster boards for Gakdeng. Pulled back by Bugak. Gakdeng follows up and drops in 20 rebounds and 18 points, and the numbers just keep on going up.
Wow, that was amazing. They're relentless on the offensive glass, as you just saw. 2 offensive rebounds at a crucial moment in this fourth quarter.
Travel call, and this is a turnaround indeed.
Yeah, the table has turned, where you see the energy coming from South Sudan as they are capitalizing on their efforts on defense as they're being awarded the ball right now.
Al-Gadawi still on the bench for Coach Martinez. I think that'll be the final gamble. There's still lots of time left. The pitch pass inside. Gakdeng misses, gets it back, and drops it in.
What a game she has been playing. She has 21 rebounds and 17 points for South Sudan.
Amazing score from Gakdeng. Abdel Nabi looking to work. Gets by 1. That layup doesn't go. She's had so much time, just couldn't get the finish to fall. Now it is South Sudan well and truly ahead. Up to 8 points.
Oh, the way that they're playing and showed out in this fourth quarter is truly amazing. Why we see Egypt make their one of the very few baskets in this fourth quarter.
Maria Gakdeng is having a standout game on the inside.
Yes, she is.
It's been monstrous. This is a chance to go 20-20. Almost drawn into foul. Rebound falls into the hands of Diu. Pitched out to Washington. Gotta go. It falls in, but falls in too late. Waved off here in Abidjan.
They are definitely put Egypt on their toes in this fourth quarter.
What a turnaround it's been. What a great show of character from the Bright Starlets. And now Egypt, they look rattled.
They definitely do, but hopefully they can settle down and get calm collectively.
Technical foul is called, and I think it's Coach Martinez now who picks up the foul. Well, it's all happening here.
A lot has happened in this game today, and we see proof that anything can really happen.
This might be a sign of a momentum shift. Egypt certainly won't hope so, but the scoreboard is showing South Sudan completely ahead. McCoy holds it, makes it. Now the lead pushes past the 2-possession mark. 7 points. 28 8 points coming from those turnovers. Much better ball control in the second half from South Sudan. On the drive, AfroBasket, beautiful work.
Way to attack the basket.
Strong take, good read. Washington. El-Gadawi back in, picks up the steal on the drive and draws the contact. Now that she is back on the floor, you can just see the difference that she makes.
Yeah, she makes a grand difference while she's on the court, giving her veteran poise and patience as she attacks the basket. And Washington tries to time the block, but ends up fouling.
In just the 2 minutes that she was, 3 more minutes that she's been off the floor, we've seen the game swing entirely the way of South Sudan. The substitution there, who got in because El-Gadawi's back in. Deng heads back off. Both coaches going through their tried and tested rotations to put the players they trust most down the stretch.
4 for 9 at the free throw.
Around that 40% mark. Gets the second. 46% on the tournament. 25 talismanic points for El-Gadawi. McCoy looking to find the option. Washington dances a little. Washington gets El-Gadawi in the air. The shot has got to come from Giro. The rebound is controlled there. Defense holds, the structure holds. Some nerves everywhere.
Nerves are everywhere as the Egypt is only down 4 points.
Well, second, 18 points here in the second half. AfroBasket. Kick out El-Gadawi's hit 2. Washington's work there. Pitches the pass ahead. What great play from Washington. McCoy will accept the 2, but the rebound and the football pass, touchdown. And there it is, South Sudan. Look at the work from Washington.
McCoy was up running the floor. Washington saw her run, threw the pass ahead, and that 2-point basket counted.
Egypt now calling a timeout. Coach Martinez has seen his team struggle to score from the field here in the second half, and he really has got to find some answers now with the final 3:15. They've got to fight back. Look at the score per quarter, by quarter there, and it really has been limited scoring. 18 points because there's only 6 points scored by Egypt here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, South Sudan has kept Egypt on their heels in the end of the third, but the whole of the fourth right now has been credit to South Sudan.
Adjustments you see made from Coach Martinez?
I would say box out. At the rebound count is just 25 for Egypt and 60 for South Sudan, and that is in totality, but 21 offensive rebounds. You find a body, you box out, and you limit South Sudan's second chance points if they come out here in this timeout.
Well, you're talking about boxing out, you see the work from Deng. She has 23 rebounds.
She's been playing amazing. 23 rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds, and 19 points for the young star. As you see her on the screen, she has a double-double and has been playing phenomenal.
Certainly has brought big-time play to a game that's required, but strap it. The final 3 minutes of this one. It's a 6-point game. AfroBasket. And if it's up over Washington, picking up the rebound on the miss. And there is the foul call as Parker drawn into the contact. That is the 5th foul as Egypt goes into the red. Washington, difficult cover, does well to draw the foul. Now she's got to hold a nerve from the free throw line, which has been good all afternoon. She's not missed any yet, and I hope I'm not putting the markers on her.
Sometimes that happens. You give the commentators jinx sometimes. You talk about what a player is going to do or should do before.
Washington Got that one. 12 points now. 7 rebounds, 6 assists. It's been perfect as the point guard. Made good decisions, gets the second, holds a nerve. Perfect 7 for 7.
Wow, a turn of events in this game while Egypt has led mostly all of this whole game, but South Sudan did not give up as they lead the way in this fourth quarter.
Drive in, Abdul sent back. Deng playing defense this time, paint protecting.
She's been doing it all, not just scoring and rebounding, but blocking shots, and you see her right here getting that steal that South Sudan needs.
Ball is stolen by Deng. Wouldn't be surprised if they put the ball in her hands here on the offensive side.
I would. She's been playing amazing.
Feels like the right option. Washington. The pass was good. It just spills through the hands of McCoy, and you feel the frustration on the missed catch. That might just give Egypt some hope here. They need a score.
South Sudan in a man.
Al-Shabrawi's shot falls off. Now contact inside. Al-Gadawi gets in front of McCoy, is able to draw the foul. It's only the third team foul for South Sudan. Third foul on McCoy. Been able to string together credible fight back, looking for their first win in this AfroBasket in their debut.
This has been an amazing game to watch from start to finish on both for both teams.
Both teams have competed at the highest level. Now the shot, or the pass rather. Abdul-Gawad. Ibrahim fires over 3. That one is off the front iron. Now it's back into the hands of Egypt. Into the hands of El-Gadawi. She goes blocked. Crucial block. They keep possession alive. South Sudan is now pressuring the ball. Washington inside, drops in the 2, and gives South Sudan a 10-point lead.
You see and feel the energy while Washington goes up and lays the basket and gets the foul. Very aggressive to the basket, and she is hyped for her team.
There was a lot of skill on display there from Washington. Took the contact, went through the hard foul, got the bucket, and South Sudan now start to believe. Washington. Perfect 8 for 8, completes the 3-point play, up to 16.
What a game it has been in this gym.
Complete turnaround in the second half. Al-Shabrawi. Egypt can't find the score. Well, they do now. Ibrahim. 9-point game. Into the press again. Pressure here. Abdelnabi on Washington. Taking as much time off the clock as possible. Pass to Bulgak, who turns. The miss from Bulgak. They have numbers. Abdul-Gawad try to go right at the body of Bulgak, and she'll pick up the foul.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good take to rush and get some a movement here for offense for Egypt.
Going right at the body of Bulgak, who's picking up her 4th foul. Egypt, they've held the lead throughout. In this 4th quarter, it's been a complete turnaround. Just 8 Egyptian points. Empty from the line. South Sudan, it's all gone right for their Washington. Dribbles, pressured by Al-Shabrawi. Washington. Al-Shabrawi spills to the ground. Wow, tenacious defense, and you can see the emotion starting to be present on the bench as the realization that this might not go their way.
Yes, South Sudan has played amazing, and the roles have definitely turned, and it started at the end of the third quarter in favor of South Sudan, and Egypt has just been on their toes ever since.
9 points doesn't mean it's insurmountable, but the odds of a turnaround here is highly unlikely. We've seen some miracles in basketball, but there's a chance that it can happen, but the likelihood probably favors South Sudan. Gakdeng, wow, what a game.
What a game, 19 points, 24 rebounds, and for Washington, 6 assists, but you just see how she played today was just phenomenal. Gakdeng, just amazing energy and just poise on the court.
Her best offensive performance, without a doubt, averaging 8 points and 6.5 rebounds before coming into this one. She's completely put those numbers on the head. The young 22-year-old, she's been phenomenal.
A promising future is definitely ahead of her.
Boston College and North Carolina, UNC, that's where she plays her basketball in the U.S. What a performance. Job is not done yet. There's still 36.4 seconds left on the game clock. Egypt go quickly.
Yep, they have to score quickly. Hopefully they come out here, execute their game plan that they had on this timeout to get some points on the board fast, because again, as you said, they're only down 9, which that is a 36.4 seconds is enough time in the game of basketball, if you guys know that. So we'll see what they bring.
Well, it's a coach's challenge. Egypt have challenged and asked for an official review.
Challenge, we're going to review who caused the ball to go out of bounds. Can we play when the ball is touching the floor, please, in the out of bounds? Okay. Wait. Okay. So there we go. Black. I need another camera here. Wait. This one, can you pick me this and that? Okay. Because we have here. Zoom this one. Wait. No, don't touch it. Don't touch, please. Thank you. Here we go. Right. So we have, there is like still black, but there is a touch from the white.
Touch white.
So we go white. White is the spin move is chaining. You see?
Yeah.
There is like black with the spin move chains. We go the white last. No, I need to see here. Can I have a camera to see between these fingers, please?
You can use this one. Yeah.
Huh? Which one?
This one, yeah.
Yeah?
All three. This one. All three of them. Or just this one?
This one. Okay. There we go. So we had a like black. There is a reflection. Hey, look the finger from this player.
Yeah.
It's not touching anymore. You see?
Yeah.
You see? That was white. That was white. But there is still black in the last. And now we go the ball out of bounds. And there you go. Last touch was made by black. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So we go. As the initial decision was a black ball, we have an overturn and we're gonna go white ball. Thank you. There we go. You call the, show me where the out of bound is. Yeah? Go. Yeah, it's in the front court.
So a successful challenge for Coach Martinez. They win back possession, and this keeps Egypt in if they can get an early, quick score.
Yeah, that was a smart call, but they have 0 challenges left, but that was a good one.
Well, job was done. They get the ball. Now, can they get the score? Abdel Nabi attacking hard. Great defense. Al-Gadawi in between, wanted the foul call. Nothing happening. Ball is stolen back. Abdelnabi called for the contact. First attack didn't work. The challenge on the inside, no call. And Farida Abdelnabi vents frustration. They're in the penalty, picking up that defensive foul call. Coach Martinez looks on from the side. Bulgak subbed out. Add some more speed to the front court here, Coach Altuna. And they believe, and she believes, that this is history.
A rare miss for Washington in today's game, as she was 8 for 8 before that shot.
Well, it was perfect up to that point for Washington. Falls in. Back up to 10. 26.6 seconds. They debut in the tournament. The Bright Starlets.
Yeah, I think Egypt needs to get some shots off real fast to have an opportunity for some points.
They can smell it. Egypt. Al-Gadawi turning. The defense, good enough. Abdelnabi gets it back. Time is taken off the clock, and now it well and truly is going to go the way of South Sudan. I don't think there's enough time on the clock. Is ding.
I hope Durden is okay when she got hit in the face by an elbow from an Egyptian player, but she's getting up slowly.
That was a hard knock to the face of Ding. Looks like she's recovered. There's so much joy on the bench of South Sudan, and rightly so. This team has come close twice of the 2 close games throughout group play.
Yeah, again, South Sudan lost to Mali by 2 points, and Cameroon by 7 points as they were playing in Group B. But this is the qualification round for the qualifiers, and you can just see that adversity they went through those 2 games as they battled, and you could see how it showed up here with confidence and knowing it's a 40-minute game, not a 10, not a 20, but a 40-minute game, and they have executed to be up by 10 in this 4th quarter.
Looking to make history, on the verge of making history for South Sudanese women's basketball. They will advance to the quarterfinal. Abdelnabi attacking. Lead is 11 points, just seconds away. They are trying to restrain the celebration, but it leaks out every now and again. Coach Martinez will be so disappointed because the first half performance.
Yeah, it was amazing by Egypt. They did exactly what they needed to do and executed their game plan. They watched film against South Sudan and came to this game ready to play, but South Sudan did not give up at any moment of this game. And they competed with consistency, with chemistry, and with pride representing their country.
2.5 seconds. Trying to get the ball on the inbound. It'll be picked up by McCoy. The final whistle blows, and it's history for Alberto Antuna and the South Sudanese Bright Starlets. And now sad scenes here at the end as both teams spill out. (65-75) is how it ends. And the victory goes to the Bright Starlets of South Sudan as they make history in their first tournament. They will be in the quarterfinals, and they will be taking on Uganda tomorrow.
I know when you lose games, you don't want to have that be the factor of anything. We lose with good spirits, and we lose with pride for your team. As we see that there was a little bit commotion on the court against the Egyptian team against the South Sudan, but this is the love of the game of basketball.
Well, I'm glad that the senses are restored and both benches, both coaches are able to shake hands and acknowledge that this was a competition. The game has played out fairly, and at the end of the day, it is the Bright Starlets from South Sudan who make history here in Abidjan, booking their place to the quarterfinals for the first time. 4 attempts in the qualifiers, they were unable to beat Egypt, but here in the game that mattered, the high-stakes game, it is South Sudan who pick up the win, and they move on in the competition.
I am so proud of how this team came and showed up as we see them happy and cheering and pointing to their fans. They got the dub against Egypt, their first win in this tournament.
The first win in the tournament is the biggest win in the history of South Sudanese women's basketball.
Oh, wow.
A lot of pride on display. So for Coach Antuna and Maria Kakdeng, fantastic performance from McCoy. Well, this team put together a masterful fight back. They trailed by as much as 19 points. They swung the game by 10. And in the second half, just well and truly outplayed Egypt and showed some character.
And I can know for a fact this sisterhood is going to continue to battle and step up to the plate in each game through this tournament on how they played today. And the tears are forming, and they're just so excited. And it's so nice to see.
They certainly have led with legacy, making their own history here of South Sudan. Maria Kakdeng, wonderful performance on the inside, leading here with 19 points, 24 rebounds, and other stats that we can break down right now.
Egypt shooting 39% from the 2, 19 from the 3, 31 that they put up, but 29. Both teams didn't shoot well for the three-point line, but it was the 66 rebounds from South Sudan against the 30 of Egypt, and the turnovers were 27 to 10.
Turned around those 18 first half turnovers. Al-Gadawi had 20 first half points, was held to 5 in the second. But dang, McCoy and Washington, they all put their names on the board. They go above, or they go into double digits and string together a superb performance. There were highlights in abundance, so let's have a look at what some of those looked like in that fourth quarter.
I was always excited since this tournament started to see how South Sudan was going to show up and play, and they are one of my favorite teams. And you can see Gabrielle getting the pass from her teammate and going out strong, and that equates to the 21 offensive rebounds that South Sudan had in this game.
Yeah, she was absolutely superb. Just 6 minutes, got those 4 points. Kakdeng, we'll see 12 defensive, 12 offensive rebounds. Was able to work her magic inside the paint. 8 of 15 from the field, 19 big points. I don't think in her career, well, in her performances for her team, would have ever strung together something so important when it mattered most.
You know, the fact that if you could play like this in this game, you could play like this in any game. As you see here, the drive from number 3 of Egypt.
Going inside to get the finish, she really left everything on the floor for the Pharaoh Queens. But on the other side, McCoy had answers every time there was a question. Washington came to life in the second half. Superb passes and picked her moments to attack the paint and showcase every bundle of athleticism left in the bag.
You see Washington on your screen, hyping up the crowd as she played amazing. 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists for the South Sudan.
History made. The Starlets advance, and we have our second game in the book. It's Egypt 65, South Sudan 75. 2 more games to go. It's been drama-filled. It promises to be drama-filled as we progress further. But for now, it's bye. We'll be back at 6 p.m. local time.